Jesus must have chosen very carefully the first words he spoke after his resurrection. He knew that they'd be repeated through the centuries, emphasized, pondered. What were they? Peace be with you. He says it twice on Easter and then repeats them during his second appearance a week later. So what's going on? Our blessed Lord explained to his apostles the night before he died that the peace he came to bring is not the same peace as the world understands it. He said, "Peace is my farewell to you. My peace is my gift to you. I do not give it to you as the world gives peace." It was one of the last things he said to them before he died, and it was the first thing he said to them when he saw them again. And yet, we fail to grasp what it truly means. Peace, as the world understands it, is a negative concept. It's the absence of conflict and disturbance. Nations usually consider themselves at peace when they're not at war with another nation or not experiencing rebellion or conflict from within, while families think of themselves at peace when there's no quarreling between family members, and an individual might speak of peace in terms of not being disturbed. Don't bother me. Let me have some peace. In contrast with that, the disciples of Christ know that following him will involve a cross. If anyone wishes to come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. So now that he's completed his passion, Jesus is giving us what we all yearn for, the interior peace that lasts, the peace that no hardship can disturb. Why didn't he give that peace before his suffering and death? Because the peace of Christ has a price. It's the price of the passion. And if the passion was the price of Christ's peace, the passion is also the price of our peace in Christ. We understand that the peace that Christ promised doesn't mean the absence of trials and suffering and persecution, but on the contrary, the peace of Christ is a peace in the midst of them, sacrifices through which we grow and love grows. We'll never find the peace that Christ promised by running away from the trials and hardships of life, but rather by bearing them in a total reliance on the mercy of God, just like we're going to proclaim in the psalm response on Sunday, bearing them in a spirit of faith and trust and love. Peace in the midst of hardship. May the peace of the Lord be with you always.